Hi friends, my name is Rebecca and I work at the Murray City Library. I wanted to talk to you about our Summer Learning Challenge for 2021. It will take place June 7th through August 14th. We're going to have lots of activities and you can download the Beanstack app and do those activities on your phone or on a tablet, desktop with the help of your parents. It's going to be lots of fun. We're also going to have some activities in the park. We'll have story times from 11:15 on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays in Pavilion 5. And we're also going to have some fun activities after that in the afternoon. So on Tuesdays, we'll have summer shorts at 12 o'clock. And Wednesdays, our summer shorts will be at 1 o'clock. And Thursdays, our summer shorts will be at 2 o'clock. And so our summer shorts activities are, we have special guests, could be dancing, could be singing, could be Paul Brewer who does magic, or maybe Scales and Tells who brings, they bring their reptiles and you can touch them sometimes, or Hawk Watch, or anything like that. So we have lots of fun activities going on throughout the whole summer. It's going to be outside Murray City Library at Pavilion 5. What I'd like to do now, though, is talk about some books that you might enjoy reading over the summer to help you complete those challenges we have. And you need to get 25 badges to complete the challenge. Some of them are reading and some of them are just learning challenges. And the prizes for finishing those challenges are a cool vinyl sticker that you can put on a water bottle. It should have like the Murray Library dragon, which is kind of a cool dragon. And you get to choose a book from a pretty big selection, and you'll pick those up at the end of the summer when you've finished. So let's go ahead and talk about some books you'd like to read over the summer. This picture book is titled Sincerely Emerson, A Girl, Her Letter, and the Helpers All Around Us. It's by Emerson Weber, illustrated by Jacqueline Sinquet, and this is about an 11-year-old girl. It's a true story. She writes a thank you letter to the postal worker that delivers her mail. Well, she loves writing letters, so she goes ahead, she does this. After she gives him the letter, the next week something remarkable happens. Doug, her postal worker, gets out of his truck and gives her 2 huge boxes of mail. He had told all of his friends and all of his coworkers about her thank you letter, and they decided to write her back. So she receives many more thank you letters to thank you for her thank you letter. Emerson gets to thinking about all the people out there living their lives, working hard, delivering letters, keeping people connected. There is love in their work. She also thought about all of the doctors and the farmers and all of the people that keep the city running. And so this book is about that. And at the end, you get a little bit more information about Emerson. So if you like writing letters or you just want to say thanks, this would be a good book for you. Maybe later today you can write a letter.
Snakes in Space is a wonderful picture book about rockets, meteors, and other space things that make the hiss sound. The colorful space crew explores stars and planets on a fabulous adventure with accessible fun and brilliant text. If you love space or snakes, you'll love Snakes in Space, written by Catherine Dennis.
Wolf Boy is a picture book by Andy Harkness, and I really love the illustrations in this one. You can tell that the illustrator actually created these through clay. So they've had to sculpt these, and they made some really cute characters. Wolf Boy here, he is a hungry, huffy, growly wolf boy. What's he to do when he's so hungry? Well, and it is also a full moon. So he's out looking for rabbits. And what happens when he finds the rabbit? Well, he spots the ears. A twig snaps and Wolf Boy's eyes sharpen. He sees a furry foot And a cottontail. But what's Wolf Boy going to do? Are the rabbits his friends, or is he going to eat them? You'll have to check out Wolf Boy at the library to find out what happens next. All right, I'd like to talk about our playaways or our tablets. We have tablets for our younger readers and our older upper elementary, and they are labeled in our system playaway or tablets. And we have a special section for these. They're lots of fun. If I open it up, I'll go ahead and I can show you. So it's a bright orange tablet. This particular one is called Go with the Tail, and it comes with a charger. So you can charge it at home. You can keep these for about a week at a time. They are educational games, and let's see, maybe I can get this one to start, maybe not. Educational games, and you can personalize characters on it, and they're lots of fun. It's by Launchpad, and we have a ton of these. So you can check these out at the library with a library card. I'll show this in just a second. We also have our other playaways, which are our audiobooks, and these are a little bit different. So we have CD audiobooks that you can put in a CD player, but we also have these. You just take these, and if you have headphones, you just plug in your headphones, and you can listen. This one is titled Flood City. I'll talk to you about that in just a second. Let's go back to our tablet. And you can see here, you can create a character. You press start. If I can get it to go. It doesn't want me to start. There we go. Just start. You can pick your character. You can pick somebody with pink hair, someone with really tall hair, green eyes. Let's see. We're going to start playing with her. You can choose your games here, and you get points for playing. Just going to click OK. And let's see, there's about 8 games on each tablet. And there it loads right into the game. So these are a lot of fun. And you can check this out for 1 week at a time.
This is a Jack book. It's called Jack Gets Zapped, written by Mac Barnett and Greg Pozzoli. Hi, Jack. Jack is a good guy, but he can also be bad. In this book, Jack plays a video game. There is a big zap. Jack gets trapped in the TV. Let me show you a page inside. This is Jack's grandma. Jack was supposed to be reading. Jack's grandma has found that he has been playing video games. But where is he now? He's nowhere to be found. Jack's grandmother doesn't know he is trapped inside the television. Let me show you another Jack book. This one's called Hi, Jack. In this book, Jack meets the lady, Jack plays with Rex, and Jack makes a mess and takes a bag that is not his. So this summer, when you're reading, come to the Murray Library, look in our Easy Reader section. We have many of the Jack books available for you to check out.
This is a fun series for easy readers. It's the Mo Jackson series. Now, Mo Jackson loves football and all other sports, but nobody will throw him the ball. So how can he help his team win? This is a winner of the Theodore Geisel Award for Beginning Readers. You can see that right there. And there are 5 books in this series. And the words are easy to read. We've got nice big pictures in it. So really good for first and second graders. And Mo helps his team win and to do their very best in each of these books. So we have different sports. Great if you love sports. We have Run, Mo, Run, where he's running track. We have Kick It, Mo, where he's playing soccer, of course. Get a Hit, Mo, for baseball. And Swim, Mo, Swim. So if you love sports or you just love doing the best that you can, this is a great series for you. We have several nonfiction books. So those are books that are true, based on fact. They also include poetry. This book is called Common Critters, The Wildlife in Your Neighborhood. And these are poems by Pat Brinson and pictures by Dan Tavis. Um, if you like poems, it's a great book for you. And it also has really cute pictures that go with it. This one, of course, is about the earthworm. Then it talks about robins, butterflies, and many other insects that you might find in your backyard. There is a cute little poem that I wanted to read, if I can find it. It is about, let's see, oh, I think it's about a ladybug. There it is. Really quickly, I'll read this poem to you. Ladybug. If you're an aphid, you should know the ladybug's your mortal foe. She'll eat you up quite quickly, then she'll move along and eat your friend. She looks so cute, black spots on red, but don't be fooled, you'll end up dead. And there's a picture of her eating the aphids. So lots of cute books. Again, this is some poetry found in our nonfiction section.
This is a brand new book in our nonfiction section at the library called Pax, Strength in Numbers by Hannah Salyer. It's a beautifully illustrated book and talks about how as a community, if we work together, it will help our species thrive and be successful. And most of you know that a group of wolves is called a pack, and a group of bison is called a herd. But did you know that a group of penguins is called a huddle? And a group of dolphins is called a pod. Together, we are better. And the remaining part of the book talks about how different groups of animals work together in their communities to make their species thrive. We as ants head underground. We are known as a nest. We march miles across the forest floor, gathering green leaves as we go. Once we return to our colony, we store the leaves in our cellar to help grow food that we eat later. Together, we harvest. And this pride of lions, they nurture each other by using purrs and licks and nuzzles to express their feelings. Together, we nurture. And a swarm of bees. Some of the bees go out and harvest pollen while others stay home and in the hive and take care of the young. Together, we work. And look at this herd of zebras. When they are gathered together like this, together they confuse their predators. This is really a great book, and it also explains at the end how you can help, what you can do at home to help prevent some of these animals from going extinct. Again, this is Pax, Strength in Numbers by Hannah Salyer.
Here is another nonfiction. It looks like a lot like a picture book because it has great big pictures and not a ton of information, but just the right amount of information for young readers. It's by Mike Austin. It's called Hooray for Helpers, First Responders, and More Heroes in Action. I'm just going to read the jacket right here. When these helpers get the call, they jump into action. Every day, firefighters, doctors, police officers, and other first responders are on full alert, ready to rescue people and animal friends in need. They work on land, go underground, and even parachute down from the sky. No emergency is too big for them. Buckle up and watch as these heroes go the distance to keep everyone safe. And let me show you some of the pictures inside. So great big pictures. Here we've got a first responder, a 911 telephone operator. 911. When they get the call, they jump into action. They are the first to help in an emergency. Really great book, especially if you know some first responders in your life, or you've met them, or they've helped you, or you want to become one. So That is hooray for helpers. And we've seen a lot of first responders in action this year, haven't we? We also have a very large selection of DVDs. We have the Science Kids collection. And so you want to learn about elephants, you can check out this awesome DVD, Fun Facts and How to Ensure the Elephant's Survival. Lots of great information, and they're about 30 minutes long, just under 30 minutes. Or maybe you want to learn a little bit more about COVID or other viruses and vaccines. Prepare and Prevail. Again, we have a lot of science DVDs at the library, so if you
This is a nonfiction book called Flight for Freedom, The Wetzel's Family Daring Escape from East Germany, and it's written by Kristen Fulton. It's an inspiring true story about one family's escape from behind the Berlin Wall. Peter was born on the east side of Germany, the side that wasn't free. He watches news programs rather than cartoons and wears scratchy uniforms instead of blue jeans. His family endures long lines and early curfews, but Peter knows it won't always be this way. Peter and his family have a secret. Late at night in their attic, they are piecing together a hot air balloon and a plan. Can Peter and his family fly their way to freedom? This is the true story of one child, Peter Wetzel, and his family as they risk their lives for the hope of freedom in a daring escape from East Germany via a handmade hot air balloon in 1979. A perfect picture book for educators teaching about the Cold War, the Iron Curtain, and East Germany. Flight for Freedom is a showcase for lessons of bravery, heroism, family, and perseverance, as well as stunning history. Let me show you a page inside the book. This is Peter in his room, and this next page shows Peter's family. If you'd like to read about this family and read about Peter's experiences, come to the Murray Library and check this book out. It's in our nonfiction section. Real, written by Karen Kujak. Inspired by a true story, Real speaks to all those who've ever felt they didn't belong and reminds readers that all people are worthy of being included. My name is Charity. I'm 13 years old. Actually, 13 years plus 87 days. I love sour gummies and pepperoni pizza. The last part no one knows because I have not spoken a sentence since I was born. Each dawning day, I live in terror of my unpredictable body that no one understands. Charity may have mad math skills and a near-perfect memory, but with a mouth that can't speak and a body that jumps, rocks, and howls unpredictably, most people incorrectly assume that she cannot learn. Charity's brain works differently from most people's because of her autism, but she's still funny, determined, and kind. So why do people treat her like a disease or ignore her like she's invisible? When Charity's parents enroll her in a public junior high school, she faces her greatest fears. Will kids make fun of her? Will her behavior get her kicked out? Will her million thoughts stay locked in her head forever? With the support of teachers and newfound friends, Charity will have to fight to be treated like a real student. If you've read Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper, this book is really similar to it. It's a wonderful read, and I recommend it to anyone.
Bloom, The Overthrow by Kenneth Opel. Do you like scary books? If you do, this one's for you. After a heavy rain, the townspeople have noticed that there are black plants growing all over town where there weren't any before. The next day, there's even more, and they're bigger and they're taller. And now they're giving off a noxious fume that's making people sick. And don't fall into one, because now the plants are carnivorous. The only people in the entire town that seem to be unaffected by the plants are the 3 teenagers, Anaya, Petra, and Seth. But will they be able to figure out what to do about these in time to save the day? This is a fast-paced thriller with exciting escapes and frightening surprises. This is the first in the Bloom trilogy. The second book is called Hatch, which we do have in the library now. And the third book, called Thrive, just came out this month and is on order and will be here soon. Just leave the lights on while you're reading it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about Flood City. This is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi adventure by Daniel Jose Older, and it's narrated with two different voices, a girl and a boy. It's filled with diverse characters. Now, Flood City is the only habitable place left on the drowned Earth. So it's also a battleground between the Star Guard, who have controlled the city for decades, and the Chemical Barons. And they live in their spaceships, and they once ruled the planet. They went it back and are now preparing to destroy it. The future depends on two kids from Flood City. One's a chemical baron who just wants to help keep his twin brother alive, and he doesn't want to hurt anyone. And the other two are on the opposite side with the Star Guard. So these two opposing sides have to get together to save the planet Earth. So we wish them the best of luck. You'll have to check it out to see how it ends.
Do you know the author of Hatchet? Gary Paulsen has written an autobiography about his own childhood. It's called Gone to the Woods, Surviving a Lost Childhood. His mother was an alcoholic that didn't take care of him. His father was in the army. When his grandma heard about him being neglected, she sent for him. That was one of the best times of his life. His grandparents took real good care of him. It didn't last for long, though. His mother came and took him back and left him to his own devices again. One thing that always helped young Gary was to go into the woods. He always found solace there in the beauty of nature. This book takes you on a wondrous adventure, and it's all true about Gary Paulsen's childhood.
Have you ever wanted to learn how to make your own comic book? In this new book, Maker Comics Draw a Comic, you'll learn how to do just that. You'll also learn which are the best art supplies for drawing comics. You'll be given step-by-step instructions on how to write a comic, how to draw a comic, how to pencil and ink a comic, how to draw a one-page comic, and how to draw, print, and bind a multi-page comic. If you have a photocopier, you can make copies and share the comics with your friends. It also has a story to the book. And Maggie is in deep trouble. She needs to find $500,000 somehow in 1 week, or her grandfather's library is going to be bulldozed down to the ground and turned into a parking lot. In order to save the day, she'll need all her comic book drawing skills, the loyal library watchdog, and her new assistant, which is you. So check it out, learn how to draw comics, and also learn how Maggie saves the day. There are other books in the same Maker series, and this one teaches you how to create a costume, and on a very friendly budget. These books are in our graphic novel section. It's got the green sticker, J Graph Maker. As you can tell, it's all in the graphic novel format. Check it out.
If you love the I Survived series by Lauren Tarshis, you'll love her new graphic novel series, I Survived. This book is I Survived the Shark Attacks of 1916. There's something in the water. Chet Roscoe is finally feeling at home in his uncle's little New Jersey town. He has 3 new friends, and they love cooling off in the creek on hot summer days. But then comes shocking news. A massive shark has been attacking swimmers in the ocean along the Jersey shore. Fear is in the air. So when Chet spots a gray fin in the creek, he's sure it's his imagination. It's impossible he's about to come face to face with a shark, right? Or is it? Here's just one of the cool pictures that's in the book. Check this book out and others in the series. You'll find it in Murray Library's graphic novel section.
This graphic novel is from the original novel by Anne Martin called The Babysitter's Club. And Raina Telgemeier has redone it to make it a little more modern day and interesting with great pictures. And this is Raina Telgemeier's graphic novel edition of The Babysitter's Club. Really great pictures. It's about a group of friends, 4 friends, and Christy gets this great idea that since they all love to babysit and they love kids, they should create a babysitter's club. Well, what a great way to make money over the summer doing something you like, right? Well, it has a lot more interesting things than that. So the girls find out that it takes a lot more work than they had ever imagined to babysit. They have to deal with cranky parents and kids and give up some things that they like during the summer. But all in all, they have a great time doing it. And you can read, I think there's about 12 in the, in the series that we have here at the library. So lots to choose from and lots of fun stories to read. And that is The Babysitter's Club by Raina Telgemeier